Evening news at 5.
Hey, Street Talk and other stuff. Thanks for tuning in today. Mike Mad Dog Magnati coming into your home saying, hey, how are you? It's February. We're getting there, getting closer to spring all the time. Thank you, God. But hey, nice to have you here. So I've got a good show for you. I have a guest who actually is one of my favorite people in the whole world. Aww. Okay, and so we, yeah, we're gonna have a good time. But it's just a couple of things, you know. You remember those yo mama jokes? I heard a good one the other day. It said, yo mama's so old, when she left the museum, the alarm went off. And you know, in New York City, there's a great museum called the Museum of Natural History. Okay, and what's cool about it, they got these huge dinosaur statues. They got a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Brontosaurus. And the first time I went there, I said to the docent or the guide, whatever the museum guy was, I said, that Brontosaurus statue skeleton, how old is that? He said 70 million in 6 years. I said, whoa, how could you be so accurate? He says, well, when I started here 6 years ago, they told me it was 70 million years old. Okay, all right, we're moving on. But hey, we got a good guest today. Have a good show. Like, I mean, this person, this gal here, great individual. Love having her on today. But hey, Street Talk and other stuff, you stick around. We will be right back.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
Have you been to Boswell's Furniture lately?
Yes, Boswell's has an expansive 2-story showroom filled with so many great choices for our living room, dining room, and bedroom.
Did you know that Boswell sells directly from their store inventory, so we wouldn't have to wait to get our new furniture?
Yes, plus Boswell's has free local delivery and complimentary design service to help us with the layout and fabric choices.
No waiting and amazing customer service. I mean, why would we go anywhere else?
Boswell's on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
The day after I met her, I called and asked her to go on a date with me, and we came to Abby's Pizza for our first date.
Eating it across from each other, I'll never forget it. This place is special.
It's barbecue chicken pizza season at Abby's Legendary Pizza, baby. Featuring our flavorful pizza sauce and a 3-cheese blend, layered with BBQ sauce, chicken, and onions. Order your hot and fresh feast now at abbys.com. A legendary pizza tradition.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
Okay, we're back, and I am very happy to introduce my good friend Jamie Johnson, and this means I want to shake hands. Oh. You know, Jamie and I have been friends for quite some time. She is just a lovely, wonderful human being. So it's a thrill to have you. We're here to talk about where you work, the Wenatchee Museum and Cultural Center.
Yes.
So before we get into that, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I am the Director of Education at the Curator of Education at the museum, and I grew up in the area, and I'm excited to be back and serving the community in this way with some fun programs and events.
Cool. Now, when you say be back,
yes,
where are you back from? See, this is interesting.
Yeah, so 10 years ago, I was a teacher here at the road at Columbia Elementary, actually, and I did decided to join the Peace Corps and moved to Indonesia and teach there for some time. And then when I came back to the U.S., I didn't come back to this area. I moved around Washington a little bit and then found my way back here for this, specifically for this position, because who says no to such a cool job as curator of education?
Because Indonesia, which part, and what was that like? Because that's an interesting part of the world. There's a little bit of political and religious turmoil there, correct?
Yeah. I was on Java, and so it was kind of nose to nose with Bali. So they, don't typically send Peace Corps volunteers to Bali, but it was a new program, and we were invited there to be teachers in high schools, and I was teaching in an Islamic high school for 2 years.
Okay.
And then it was an experience of a lifetime. One of the most difficult and wonderful things that I've done.
How did you do with the Islamic culture? Okay, because I know I'm not in any way trying to be. I know that for some people they have a mixed. As people do here in the Christian culture, have a mixed reaction. So, but
Yeah. Well, I love this question because it is. We see a lot on TV and on media about the Islamic culture, or and it was wonderful. I felt like the whole time I was there, as I am a Christian, and so I had people there telling me, "You realize we are brothers, and here's how we're similar," and they were really trying to make sure I knew that everything I heard in the media wasn't true. Just like I was trying the whole time there to make sure they knew everything they heard in the media about us was also not true. It's the whole point of Peace Corps, is to build those relationships and connections and friendships.
Do you have any continuing connection with the folks that you work with? Oh, really?
Cool. One of my co-teachers, I send her stickers every couple months still, so that she doesn't run out of stickers to play English bingo.
And you made a trip to India once with our church.
Yes. Then I still stay in touch with, that's the cool thing about social media. I know people knock it, but I can stay in touch with my global connections.
I think it's great.
I love it.
But I will say this, I never thought the saris that Indian women wear, I never really thought they were all that. I wasn't, but this gal looks great in a sari. Because the place we went to, we weren't on the same trip, but
I think we you came after I left.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
But every time we go, whenever a gal goes, they dress her up in full Indian regalia. Okay, so it's very cool.
First thing we have to do, get appropriate clothing.
Very, very warm, kind, considerate people. So
yeah. So I like to travel, but I'm back here now. So that's what I mean when I'm back.
That's great, and we are blessed to have you.
Thank you.
Okay, so your current position with the museum and Wenatchee Museum and Cultural Center.
Yes,
right? Look at me.
The Cultural Center part's the part people forget about sometimes.
All right. Do you know what that building used to be?
The old post office?
That's right.
Yes.
When I first moved out here in 1973, that was the post office and the post office annex. So
we still have the old post office boxes in there. So
much better, use of it now. But go ahead, tell us about you and your job there.
So I am thrilled that I get to curate and develop programs for the community and for schools and kids and families, and some of our events as well, and to participate in them, summer camps, all kinds of things.
Cool.
So,
all right. So your job again title is
Curator of Education and Community Programs is the full long title.
So what does a regular day look like for you? I mean, you show up at the museum, 9 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock type of thing?
That's one of the things I love about this job, is there's no such thing as a regular day. So sitting here on TV is a regular day for me. You never know what I'm going to be doing. A lot of meetings. I get to travel around a bit, go up to Colville and meet with the tribes and have conversations about things we're doing. So,
Okay. So what are you going to do today, for example?
Today,
you do this
after
TV
I
bit,
star on television, I'm going to meet with tribes again, but I get to do that via Zoom instead of driving, and have some conversations about budget, those fun times.
Fun stuff,
talk to the Apple STEM Network is another thing I get to do today. So lots of connections in the community. that cultural center piece makes us a hub for all of those kinds of things, and so I'm thrilled to get to know what's going on and how can we bring it right to the middle of town.
Okay, all right. So how did you get the job? I mean, what was the process that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, was this something you ever, when you were growing up as a kid, said, I'm going to be an educator at a local museum one of these days. That's my heart's desire.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even know that was a job. How did I get the job? I was a teacher
Other than the fact that you're amazingly talented and capable, and when you applied, they went, my gosh, we can't let this woman get away. Other than that. So.
Well, I happened to work with our executive director. She wasn't the executive director at the time, but she is incredibly good at building team and finding people she wants.
And this is?
Mariah Thornock.
Okay, all right.
And she knew this position was opening and went out for a day rock climbing with me and asked me if I would apply. And I was not living here at the time, so I had to commute the first 6 months from Vashon. I know. But
you must have came over like once a week.
Yeah, or a couple times a month, and then do as much as I could remotely. So she just really had a vision and knew my background well and wanted to partner up and coming out of COVID, rebuild some of the cool things.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
So that's it. I just knew somebody, I guess. I don't know, like somebody amazing.
That's how you get jobs.
I guess,
for heaven's sake.
Yeah, she's brilliant. She's built a really beautiful team there, just going for people that she knows will fill the spots.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with saying I know somebody. Now, actually, in all honesty, I recently wasn't considered for a job because I know people.
That can happen too.
Yeah, when I filled out this, it wasn't a job I really could take. It's full-time. I can't work full-time right now. But I filled out the application anyway. But when I looked at the people who were going to review it, I said, no way you're going to get this job.
I didn't know if I would either. I mean, there's a lot of good people here, but it does help to have someone say, hey, apply.
It's nice when your potential boss says, would you please apply?
Yes, put in your, throw in for this one. Yeah, so I'm glad I did.
Okay, so what, okay, not the new stuff. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
But the old stuff in the museum, the people that people can depend on to come in and see. What do you most like about what's there?
Our old programs, I love how we connect with the schools, and we would have a whole grade band come through, like third grade would come through for the Ice Age tours, and Youth on the Columbia, which is, we've got back up and running again. So I love that we reach out to the community through our youth and celebrate having kids, running around, being loud, having fun in this museum. It's not a place where you have to be quiet and super behaved, you're in a museum. It's a place to come play and celebrate and explore.
Okay.
So those are some of my favorites. And then the night at the museum that we have where we get all dressed up and come down and celebrate some of our local winemakers and cider makers.
Ooh,
yeah, it's a fun night.
All right. So night at the museum, how long does that last? Is that an all-night thing, or are people there into the early morning hours?
I think it's usually 4 hours, and it happens. Last year it happened in September.
Okay.
But there's not a lot of dress-up events in Wenatchee, so I feel like it's nice that we have.
I'm dressed up right now. I'm ready to go, Mama.
There's that. There's that.
Let's go to the prom.
So I love that we offer something like that. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So what else okay, there used to be an exhibit of a film of Johnny Appleseed.
Oh, that's
it was
before my
little
time.
videos of a guy playing Johnny Appleseed and then talking about the apple industry. That's not still there, is it?
We don't have a video like that, but we have the apple industry and the apple sorter. It is a favorite for people to come in.
Well, maybe you should look to the archives, because that was my first paid acting gig.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
I played Johnny Appleseed. Had a pan on my head, that kind of thing. So.
Oh my gosh, I'll have to. I wonder if that's in Our People Are Past or something.
I'll have to look and see. But I mean, the museum. Well, the kids, my grandkids were growing up, and I think with my own. I can't remember if it was my own kids as well. But that was a regular part of spring break. that Rosie, my wife, took the kids to every year, and they loved it, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we have spring break camp now, and so
Yeah.
families can come through in the
One of my children
afternoon.
went to that. So.
Yeah.
So cool.
So we definitely try to take advantage of those times and make sure families have access to a good time. Yeah, when there's no school and
So what's the hours? When is the museum open?
We're open
regularly, 'cause I know you have special events sometimes.
We're open 10 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday. And then, some of our special events, like First Fridays, will be open till 8 o'clock in the evenings, and that's free. And then,
You ever run into people and they say, well, you know, the museum, I've lived here all my life, I've never been there, that type of thing. What do you say to them?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing how many times I hear that. Like, I've lived here and I've never been to the museum. Or when we're having some of our more like adult type events, they'll be, I didn't know the museum did this stuff, you know, art classes and wine. And, what do I say?
Yeah, you've had some interesting ones too, haven't you?
Yes, we have. That's true. We're pretty. We are the cultural center part
Very
of that.
eclectic.
I just say to them, I just always am happy they're there and point them to all the cool reasons to come back because I think you're really missing out if you haven't been to some
it
of
is
them.
really a gem in our community. It's like I feel with live theater. People say, I've never been to a live performance.
Oh my,
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, there's just so much cool going on in this community. So.
Okay, well, we're talking with Jamie Johnson. Jamie is the,
Curator of
the Curator of Education at the Wenatchee Museum and Cultural Center. And we've got more to talk about. I want to talk about the new stuff, the vision the museum folks have for the future, what's coming up, but we need to take a break. So Street Talk and Other Stuff, you stick around. We will be right back. So.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota compact and utility tractors. Rated #1 in durability and owner experience, they're built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota tractors for 0 down, 2.99% APR for up to 84 months, plus save up to $800 on qualifying snow attachments. See your local Kubota dealer today.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Are you hungry enough to eat the end out of a rhinoceros? I know how you feel. Come on out to Blueberry Hills. You'll have a great time. We've got excellent food, a feet on the furniture kind of experience, and we won't hustle you out of your table. If you want a real farm experience, make the trek to Manson to Blueberry Hills, where you sit, you pick, you eat, and you visit. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
So we're talking with Jamie Johnson. She is the
Curator of Education.
I just like the way you say
it.
Okay.
You know,
I know
I'll have to do a little song and dance with it.
But with the Wenatchee Museum and Cultural Center, she's been there almost 2 years. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously passionate, like the job.
Yep.
So, what can we look forward to at the museum? What kind of stuff has been new for you folks? You know, what kind of things have you got upcoming?
Yeah, it's that's kind of one of the, we talk about the gifts of COVID, and it's hard because a lot of things kind of crashed and burned, but we also have this opportunity now for a lot of new things to be coming into the museum, and new programs, new ideas. But what we have right now is a really cool partnership with Right on the River, and so we're doing we're the first time ever for us that we're in partnership with them hosting a writing competition through the whole month.
Okay.
And then we also have Matters of the Heart coming up, which that's happened for a while.
Okay, Matters of the Heart. I'm not familiar with that one.
It's super cool. The Confluence doctors, 10 of them, volunteer their time and they come dissect hearts with about 40 kids.
Oh, wow.
And it's filling up fast. So
Human hearts?
Not human hearts, pig hearts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to donate my body to science so the
yeah.
museum can have somebody donate, you know.
No, they dissect pig hearts because they're similar.
Well, yeah, actually, it's funny, you know, I mean, we're off topic, but pigs and us, we're a lot closer physiologically.
Right, no,
than, you know,
it is, yeah, and the heart is a great, so that, I mean, the doctors come in and donate their time.
That's cool.
And do that. It is so cool. And then we have a new program developing for kindergarten, second grade, probably mostly like homeschool community children called Little Learners Intro to Engineering. So it'll be STEM workshops. So that's not stuff you would typically think of when you think of a museum.
Sure.
But we have a lot of cool activities coming
Now,
up.
are these kind of programs you're coming up with, or is this kind of, I mean, come on, take credit where credit is due here.
Yeah, actually, no. Matters of the Heart is old. Right on the River has been doing this for years. So my passion is bringing partners in and people who are interested in serving the community and then uplifting and empowering them.
Okay.
The program that I've come up with on my own recently is called Local Authors Spotlight. Well, it's not on my own. Nothing's on my own. I have a whole team, you know.
Yes.
And
she wants to thank all the little people.
I love my team. They're amazing. But the Authors Spotlight is really cool because we have, on Thursday, we have Pat Turner coming in to speak about her book, Skiing Uphill, and it's a chance for our local amazing authors to talk to the community about whatever they write about. You know, Matthew Pippin was one who's spoke about his book, and I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal the upcoming one yet, so I'm going to keep it a secret for now.
You're allowed as far as I'm concerned. Okay, it's just a secret.
Oh yeah,
just
right. But yeah, right. Sure, right, Matthew. Yeah. But keep an eye on our website if you want to know more about that. And the other thing that we do that is kind of new, I think we tried it before, but we're really doing it now, is a First Friday programming.
Okay, what is that?
All of downtown gets together for First Friday, which celebrates our local artists, and there's live music, the venues for art, the art galleries change out their art every month, and on the first Friday you come out, you celebrate, you have food and wine and music, and meet the artist. We open, you know, if we have a new exhibit, you can come see the new exhibit, but we always have something that we are also participating in, revealing on First Friday. And we have
snacks. First Friday of the month we're talking about,
First Friday of the month, every month. We do that both at the museum in town, and we also, the Wells House is part of the museum.
Okay.
So it's a super cool date night and celebrate and support the arts.
Okay, so what kind of food and wine do you have? You know, just because that's
I know. Well, we usually have some, you know, like meats and cheeses out, and then some champagne or choice of red or white. Yeah, so it's fun. You know, I like the getting dressed up and going out thing, Mike. So these are my events. Yeah.
All right. So what are you most where do you want the museum to go? I mean, what's your vision? You know, not just you, but
the
your staff and that type of thing.
Yeah.
But you can share some personal stuff too.
Sure.
You know,
I'm really excited to be here at this time because there is, you know, a lot of big vision happening, and like I said, COVID kind of opens things up for that.
Sure.
So we're definitely wanting the museum to have more capacity for big groups of people flowing in and coming through, and so for me, I'd love to see hundreds of children coming through at a time again. And that means building up my volunteer base. And I'm just going to plug that. Come volunteer with us at the museum. Because we need, you know, without volunteers, we can't handle the capacity that we'd like to see coming through. And, you know, we have a vision for updating our exhibits and all of those things, just really giving it a fresh face and like a facelift, I guess.
Okay, well, let's say somebody's listening and wants to volunteer. How do they get a hold of you? I mean, what are you looking for as far as your volunteer cadre?
Yes, if you are passionate about something, and like for example, there's a volunteer now who came to me who's passionate about 3D printing, and he is a retired engineer from Boeing. He's amazing. He has a whole plan for it, and all I have to do is just remove obstacles for him, get him the things he needs, and he's going to teach this amazing class to juniors and seniors.
Okay.
So I'm hoping, we're working on getting juniors and seniors registered for it, but you could come to me with an idea or a passion. Maybe you want to read out loud, do read-alouds for kids. It could be something really simple, or maybe something more complex like the 3D printing. Or maybe you just want to fold mailers, and just sit with people and have coffee and chat and do some kind of goofy work. But
well, I'm passionate about pepperoni pizza.
There could be a spot for that. So don't joke with me. I will be roping you in. Yeah.
But the reading at kids things is a cool thing. I used to do it for a teacher at Pioneer School. They stopped asking me because I read something that I thought was important to the kids. And I think some of the parents complained because there was a couple.
Mike Minotti getting parent complaints. No way, I would never believe it.
But don't get me started on that story. I'll never stop.
Right.
So you're really loving it. Do you like this job? This is a good fit for you?
Yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, I just love our team. I love our staff. I love our volunteers. Being in a spot with really cool, passionate people.
Yeah.
How do you not just have a great time?
Well, is there anything in the back of your mind? This is just Jamie that you're thinking maybe we could start doing at the museum?
So are you trying to get me in trouble at the museum?
Yes. Come on.
Get me to announce something.
Come on, live big, girl.
Yeah,
Come on, go for it.
I mean, really. The thing that is really in my heart and on my mind is making it a place that's fun for volunteers in the community. Because as a Peace Corps volunteer, volunteerism is huge in my life. And so I don't want volunteering to be just something where we're just asking for people for help. I want it to be a service we provide. Like a volunteer is an event. You get to come show up and do these fun things. And it's something we're giving to people to feel that sense of purpose and connection with their community. So
so again, how do people contact you to say, hey, Jamie, I heard I want more information about being a volunteer?
You can just go to WenatcheeValleyMuseum.org, and there's the volunteer sign up right on the page. And you can email me, jjohnson@wvmcc.org.
Okay, cool.
Personally, if you want to. But I would say that is my big passion, and I'm not going to get in trouble for that one. So.
Okay, we're talking with Jamie Johnson. She is the educational
curator of education. It's a hard one.
That's okay.
It gets everybody.
It's okay. But she works for the Museum and Cultural Center and does a really good job. But hey, we love talking with her. We're going to come back and say goodbye. But we need to take a quick break. So Street Talk and Other Stuff. You stick around. We will be right back.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Your home runs on hot water. From the kitchen, to the bath, to the laundry. So Rheem offers a wide variety of water heaters from traditional models to ones smart enough to tell you how much hot water is available. On second thought, perhaps the laundry can wait.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart.
Okay, I want to thank Jamie for being here, and I mean it. Jamie is just one of my favorite people in the whole world. But thanks for the job you do. But hey, Street Talk and other stuff. We appreciate you tuning in. We will see you next week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Welcome to a special edition of Sports Stars of Tomorrow. Today is our Black History Month special where we hear stories on African-American athletes who have had impacts beyond the world of sports. You'll hear interviews from football greats Warren Moon and Tony Dungy. We'll also stop in Kansas City to hear the story of baseball legend Larry Doby, and we'll also look back at the legacy of Muhammad Ali. We'll still have some high school stories as we take a trip on the recruiting trail and bring you a viewer highlight tape as well. That's all coming up next on Sports Stars of Tomorrow. Welcome to Sports